Alright guys, so we have already moisturized and done our eyebrows with Anastasia Beverly Hills and her number 12 pencil. That's my favorite. Moisturizing our lips. I also like to put a little extra moisturizer under my eyes. It makes, wiping away any fallout that we have after we're done doing our eye makeup a little easier. After we do that, we are going to go in with MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW15. That is my favorite eye primer. It lasts forever. It's amazing. I mean, you want to go ahead and do your moisturizer and all this stuff first while we have a second and you're watching me do this. It's good to let it dry for at least 30 minutes, at least, because if you try to put your makeup on any sooner than that, it's going to smear all over the place and it's just not going to set as well as it would. So with our Naked 3 palette, we are going to get Strange with a MAC 224 brush. Rub that all over. The color is not going to show up all that well, but that's not what the purpose of this is. It's more of a transition shade. It's going to make blending any of the other colors that we put on later a bit easier. Make sure you blend it in real good. That's one of the most important parts of eye makeup is blend, 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 blend. Yeah, you get it. But anyways, after we are done with Strange, we are going to go back into that same Naked 3 palette with the color Limit and a MAC 217 brush. If you noticed, my eyes are a bit hooded. I don't have as defined of a crease as most people do, so I like to bring my color up a little bit higher. When I'm done, it kind of gives me the illusion of having a crease. Something, some of us kind of chunky girls understand a bit. After we are done with Limit, we are going to, I love Red Bull. Just so you know, it's amazing. We're going to go in now with Nooner and that same MAC 217 brush. Blend that in real good. You see what I'm talking about here. I'm going up just a little bit higher. Just building up that color. And now we're blending out again. Blendy blend, 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 blend. I probably could have cut all this out, but then you guys wouldn't have known the importance of blending. Well, maybe you would have. But at any rate, we're doing it anyway. I didn't put anything extra on this brush, guys. It's just whatever was left on there already. Now we're going back in with that same color, Nooner, and building it up just a bit more, just for a little bit more definition, in case you blended out any of that extra color and you want some of it back. Now, oh yeah, sorry, I'm on a Red Bull high right now. I think I've had 3 already today. You'll have to forgive me. So after that, do the dance. With that same brush that's included in the Naked palette, we are going to go in with Dust. Now you want to do that on the inner third. Battery died. So back to Dust. On the inner third, and maybe the inner half, but mostly the inner third, and then just kind of blend it out a bit, I guess. Because after that, we're going to go in and do something on like the outer 2/3, so they kind of cross over. Usually people would do the outer first and then blend that sparkly color over the top, but I like the way it looks better when I do this part. And we're not using this as our highlight shade. We're going to go back in with something else to highlight the inner corners later. But for right now, we're doing this. So follow along if you can. More Red Bull. Now we are going in with the color Burnout from that same Naked 3 palette. And like I said, we're doing that on the outer 2/3, so we're overlapping over Dust just a bit, not a lot. Blend that out real good. See? Oh, yes. After that, we're going to go in with a little bit of MAC Blackberry with that same 217 brush. I wipe it off just a little bit to get any of that extra off. Now you just want to do barely any, just a touch on that outer V. We're going to go back in later and deepen up that outer V after we do our eyeliner. I like to do it after my eyeliner so I can kind of get an idea of where I want it to be exactly, but for now we're just adding a touch of color out there. Yeah, I'm blending. Blending. I told you it was important. You guys didn't believe me. So after we've done that, we are going to go in now with our highlight corner for the highlight color for the inner corner. Bleh. No, I'm lying. We're going in with the Stila Smudge Stick and Damsel. Follow along here, guys. I'm sorry, I'm kind of going with it. So Stila Smudge Stick in Damsel. That actually came in the Stila palette that I adore so much. The Stila in the Light palette. Now we're going back in with Nooner with a MAC 219 brush. Smudging that out real good. It is a smudge stick after all, people. I didn't put very much of this on the waterline. If you noticed, it was kind of just the tippy top of the lower lash line, and we're just smudging it out a little bit. I've got another color planned for the waterline, which we will get to here in just a minute. So after you smudge that out real good, again with Nooner from that same Naked 3 palette, the color we just used a few minutes ago on our eyes, we're going to go in now with MAC Stars and Rockets, and that's one of my favorite colors right now. With the brown eyes that I have, the purple really does amazing things for my eyes. But the great thing about that color is it does great for a lot of people's eyes. It's just like the perfect shade of purple. I absolutely adore it. And if you see, like, we're doing a pop of color on the bottom, yes, but we didn't go overboard on the top. I know some of the colors were kind of purpley, but they're mostly nude shades, and you can't really tell. It's not like I have a whole purple eye. We're just kind of focusing that color right down there on the bottom. Yeah, because I dance. That's what I do. Putting a little more in there, deepening it. Now, if a tip for you, I don't know how you feel about maybe how loud the color is. I like it the shade that it is right now. If you want it to be a little brighter, a little bit more defined, you can try priming underneath your eyes with a white primer, like the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. That does do a great deal to make it help stand out some. I took a little bit of Blackberry again there from MAC and put it just a bit on my lower lash line, just a tiny bit. Yeah, I forgot to sharpen my pencil first. So we are going in now with Tarte's SmolderEYes, the Skinny SmolderEYes in Sunstone Bronze. Putting that on the waterline. Yeah, that just looks so weird. I hate how that looks, but yeah, okay, still doing it. After we are done with that, we are gonna do, I hate this part. It looks so gross, but whatever. Yeah, rolling the eyes in the back of the head. Ooh, that looks like a scary monster. Making sure you get that inner corner real good. Got a tight line, Now, yeah, singing, because that's what I do. We're going back in with some Benfit POREfessional. I like to put a little bit of this on first. It helps, especially like right there on my cheeks and my nose. I do have some lines and wrinkles. We're going in now with Tarte 12-Hour Primer and BB treatment. I really love this stuff right now. It's tinted, BB treatment, obviously, but it's also a primer, so it's like a 2-in-1. I'm also going to go in here in a second with MAC Prep+Prime BB, and I know that seems like a lot, but I bartend for a living, so keeping makeup on my face is difficult. I prime and prime and prime and prime, and this is finally the routine I've gotten to where it works, it stays. Now we're going in with Lancome's Idole the Ultra 24-hour makeup. I'm in the color 310 Bisque. If you're curious, we have got that F80 flat top kabuki that everybody loves so much, including me. I mean, I really don't know what I did before I had this foundation brush. I had this stuff before I got this brush, and I used to use my beauty blender, and I just hated the way it made it look. I mean, it wasn't bad, it was just too dewy, and if I used another brush, it like wasn't doing enough. But this foundation brush gives the perfect coverage. It's fantastic, and it blends it in so well. I really have a strange skin tone. I have to blend down into my neck no matter what foundation I use, or it just looks so strange. It's so impossible to get the girls anywhere to match me. Alright, so now we're going in with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer again, the same stuff we use to prime our eyes, but this time we're going in with a mix of NW15 and NW25. I have a hard time, like I said, finding a shade, spraying that beauty blender with some Fix Plus. That's the way I love to use my beauty blender. There's just a little tip for you. I feel like it sets the makeup better than just wetting your beauty blender. But like I said, I have a hard time finding a color that matches me, so I make my own sometimes. Yes, you have to be crafty in a world where nobody can match your skin tone. Again, I don't know if you see me there, I kind of blotted some of the color out of my lips. We're going in now with Bare Minerals, Stroke of Light. I really love this stuff. We're not going to do it all over the face though, because we're fierce. We're going in now with MAC Prep+Prime and Light Boost. That's that nice yellow shade. The Stroke of Light is more of a pinky shade. So you want to keep the pink where it's supposed to be on the cheeks, and the yellow where you want that sunshine to hit good and gold, right there down the middle. You don't want to do the pink all over the face, just like you don't want to do the yellow all over your face. You don't blush down the center of your face, and you don't want to look jaundiced on your cheeks. So we've got that blended in real good now, and we are going to go in with Tarte Smooth Operator to set our concealer and all that stuff that we just, lit up. Now, I love this stuff, and I didn't even know anything about it until I got a little sample of it the last time I was at Ulta. It's become my favorite. And I know it looks like I'm rubbing. I'm not, guys. You want to blot here. Blot, blot, blot. Tap, 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 tap. All over your face. If you rub, you are likely to smear what you've just done because it's not quite set yet. And I didn't use any extra all over the rest of my face. I just used what was left on the brush to hit all the outside areas, because we are going to set our makeup with the rest of this stuff too. We've got Too Faced Chocolate Soleil in medium deep. We're using that to contour the cheeks. I love this. It's a fantastic matte bronzer. It smells amazing, like chocolate. I don't know how they did it. Every day I use it, want to like lick my bronzer. How weird is that? I will do a more in-depth contour video later on, guys, but for now, follow your cheekbones. I don't like to go down very far at all. I like to follow the natural curve of my cheekbone. I feel like it gives me better definition. Going a little bit along the forehead. You want to drag that color more than just on your cheeks, otherwise your face is going to look out of proportion. A little bit under the chin for us chunky girls helps hide any idea of what could be a double chin. And again, blending it down into the neck so you don't look weird, I guess. Anyways, now we're contouring the nose, because when you're like me and your nose is a little bigger than you would like it to be, the best way to not let anybody to know that is to trick them into believing that your nose looks how you want it to look. Right down the middle and a little bit across the bridge for a little bit of definition. Alright, dancing again. Forgive me, guys. We're going in now with Tarte Flush. This has been one of my favorite blushes lately. It's a 12-hour blush, which again, like we talked about, me being a bartender, I have such a hard time keeping stuff on my face, and this stuff has just been fantastic. This foundation routine I've got, maybe I'll do a more in-depth one after if you guys would like. This stuff stays until I take it off. The whole face. All of it. Until I take it off. Literally. Now we're going in with just a touch of Maybelline Master Highlight, and we're doing that just right there where we put, the Chocolate Soleil in the hollows of our cheekbones, just to bring in a little shine there. Now when you're contouring, you don't want it to be shine. We're going in now with MAC Mineralized Skin Finished and Soft and Gentle right there on the top. But like I said, you don't want to contour with a glittery, sparkly bronzer. The point of contouring is to shadow, and you can't shadow with something that's catching light. So I just put a touch of that stuff there. And we're going in with this. I have really been a fan of this stuff lately too. I don't love it as much as I love my Becca Opal and my Becca Moonstone highlighters. We just touched a bit there on the bridge of the nose where it counts, just a little bit, and right there on the Cupid's bow. And we are moisturizing our lips again because, they're dry, and you don't want dry, you don't want to put lipstick on dry lips. So we're touching up right now with a little bit more of that color, just in case we lost any, or it was uneven when we put our concealer on. So just back again, like I said, a little more stars and rockets, touching it up. And back just a bit on the outside with that Stila smudge stick. And now we are going in with the Kat Von D tattoo liner. I love this stuff, guys. I really love it. Now, I am about to turn the camera off here because I kept having to look way out of the camera to do this. So now we're back and our eyeliner's done, but you guys I'm sure know how to do that already. We're going back in now with MAC Blackberry, like we talked about in the beginning. After I do my eyeliner, I like to come in and deepen the outer V so I know where I want it to be. Haha, that rhymed. So yeah, and I'm using the smudge brush. You can kind of use whatever you want. I'm just using the smudge brush just to put a little bit of that on there, and I'm gonna go in now and blend it out. Blend, 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 blendy, blend, blending, blending. All right. Yes, there we go. After we are done with that, we are gonna go in now with the inner corner highlight. I got ahead of myself earlier. Stila Kitten. I really am a huge fan of this color. It's amazing. The Stila in the light palette that I was just talking about a minute ago, I absolutely adore it. And I really didn't expect as much as I got out of it. It's just been really great. I really love it. The colors are pigmented. The sparkly colors are amazing. Alright guys, so just highlighting that inner corner a bit, bringing it down just a touch on maybe the first eighth of your waterline. Going in with Tarte Lights Camera Splashes mascara, and we went off camera for that. And we're using Eco Tools lashes, just the ones for the outside, because, you know, I'm not going to the club tonight. I just want something to define my lashes a bit more, and I already have super long lashes anyway. What am I doing here? Alright, so we're back with lashes, which I hate. I absolutely hate lashes. I hate them, I hate them, I poke myself in the eye. And we're moisturizing again. So, now we are about to do our lipstick, blotting off some of that Vaseline I just put on there. Going in with MAC, Hip and Happy. Now, I love this color, and I've been using it a lot, regardless of what color I put on top of my lips, because, like we talked about a minute ago, my lips are extremely pigmented, and the color of this, for whatever reason, kind of cancels out the blue tones in my lips, and it makes it easier for me to go in with a different color and give me more of a true match versus what it looks like when I lay it on top of just my lips nude by themselves. The plus side of that is I can just throw on a lip gloss sometimes and my lips look amazing. But when I want my lips to be a certain color, like I said, I do go in with this. And I'm sure most of you guys know how to line your lips, you know, where to go out of lines, where to stay in the lines to make your pout look perfect. Because ladies, we all need a perfect pout, let's be honest. Alright, so picking from some of my lipsticks, I kind of winged it here. I was like, which color do I want? La-di-da-di-da. And we chose NYX Butter Lipstick in Razzle Fiesta. And, you know, I don't have a lot of these butter lipsticks. I bought them because I heard some great things about them. But in my experience, they can be kind of runny. So what I should have done first was blot my lips. But since I didn't, I'm going to do it now. So we're using a little bit of that Smooth Operator again and just blotting around the outside. I got a little bit of lipstick on my brush. Yikes. So now we're going to go back with this lipstick because now that we have put a little bit of that setting powder around the outside, it's going to help keep it from running. I'm putting on lipstick. We all know how to do this. Now, I didn't really care much for this color. And I knew I wasn't gonna, so I already pulled out MAC Myth. And I tried to use a brush at first, because I hate to get my lipsticks dirty, but, you know, it really just wasn't working out. So, we went in, there we go. I'm gonna have to clean the lipstick off later. Focused it mostly in the center of the lips, and then on the inside, just a bit on the inside, kind of give it an ombre effect. Rub it in, and I still didn't like it. So, we blotted, we looked, we tried to like it, but we just didn't. So I went back in with NYX Butter Gloss in Angel Food Cake, which is sort of a darkish, I don't know, angel food cake color. And now we like it as much as we're going to. I went in with a little bit of my Urban Decay 24/7 concealer and a Japonesque brush. And I just kind of cleaned up around the outside a bit. You know, just where it had run a bit earlier, and just to make it look perfect. Because we just talked about, gotta have a perfect pout. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Oh, I forgot, we went in with a little bit of Stila Kitten. Give it that shine, that pop right there in the middle. Mwah. Beautiful. Now we're gonna go do our hair and take some pictures.